Linda is a DTM, entrepreneur, business owner, yogi, author, speaker, and a lover of nature. Of all the hats she wears, her nemesis is that of marketer. Having failed at many attempts in making a business, she has worked hard to study and practice principles that have led to success. Anxious to hear them. She is here today to share some hard-earned wisdom learned the old-fashioned way of living through the hard knocks of life. This is going to be 5 pillars of building a successful business. 5 to 7 minutes, John. Thank you, Linda.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters. I'm going to ask you to use your imagination, just as Jeff has outlined, and we've used our imagination. Thank you for taking me back to the 60s and 70s where everything was really fun and we just got to run free. I love that. So using your imagination, and I'm also going to test your artistic skill set. So if you could get a piece of paper out right now. Your artistic skill set, in that I'm not going to show you how to draw this, but I'm going to tell you what to draw, and we'll see whose comes out the best. So at the end, you're going to turn it towards me, and we're going to see what this looks like. Okay, so we're building a house, basically, and we need a foundation. So any good business person knows you need a foundation in which to build your business on. What do you think that foundation would be?
Cement. Cash flow.
What?
Well, if you're doing a house, concrete, but.
If you're really building a house, yes, you need
Yes.
concrete. And I liken this to concrete. Like, we need to build something that's really strong and stable. That is your personal power. And by the way, as we build our house, everything starts with the letter P, just to give you a clue. So we're going to create a foundation as a long rectangle. That's your base. So you're drawing a long rectangle, and inside it, you're writing personal power. Well, what does that mean, personal power? If I'm out of integrity, I'm out of my personal power. So if I am building a business and teaching you something that I have no experience in, I'm pretty much out of integrity. I'm also out of my personal power. So being in your personal power is about knowing what you do best and amplifying it. What are your strengths? I've heard some of you talk about your strengths, and I could probably just pick them out left and right. I love the way we have very visual speaking from Carolyn, and she's demonstrated that today. And going back and taking us through our childhood with Jeff, you guys both did that today very well. Going through hard things, and when we felt like the world is dumping on us and we can't move forward in our dream, and we try and we try and we try and we try, and we get the last pick on the team that we want to do. And by the way, I got the best and most improved in gymnastics. That's a good way of saying you really were bad when you started. The most improved award. I love it. So we can all go back to that. Think about some of your strengths. That's what puts you in your personal power. Every day, we want to be in our personal power. So what gets you excited? Maybe it's standing like a Superman or Superwoman, or doing one of, these magic moves of feeling very powerful. Myself, I like to breathe. I like to take my arms up over my head and breathe in, and bring the hands back down and breathe out, and then I do some cleansing breaths. It just clears my mind. It makes me really feel like I'm unstuck, especially if I'm overthinking something and I wake up in worry or dread or doubt or any of those things that take us out of our personal power. So that foundation, really important. Build on your personal power. And I would suggest that you create a morning routine that puts you in that power. What would those things be? Maybe list 3 inside your square. 3 things that you do that really ignite you and put you in your personal power. So one of the things I do, as I mentioned, is breathing. Another thing I do is movement. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 3 hours, but I do some sort of movement that really tones the body and gets the blood circulation going. Whatever that is for you. It could be house cleaning, it could be tinkering in the garage. Well, I call that functional exercise. That counts. So your next pillar, rectangle, on top of the one that you've already put. So we've got a foundation. So the next one is a little smaller rectangle that fits on top. So it looks like you're stacking them. You're only going to stack 2. This one says purpose. What is your purpose? So if you're going to open your doors for business or for anything for that matter, purpose. Having a purpose is what you are passionate about. It's what drives you, what motivates you. So purpose. And we're going to draw 3 pillars that are upright like this, like a column. So it's going to end up looking like the Athens courtyard or whatever, right? So you've got 3 pillars. And alongside the first pillar, and I'll go this direction
That's amazing.
because we write from left to right. Along this pillar is positioning. Positioning. You want to position yourself as that expert. What are you an expert in? What are you passionate about? How do you position yourself as the expert? So you would go, one thing is just edifying other people as a speaker. If that's your passion, speaking, positioning yourself as a well-known speaker, winning a contest is a way of doing that, or participating in a contest, putting it up on your website, showing yourself in that arena, having opportunities that showcase what you are good at. So you're positioning yourself. The middle pillar is packaging. If you're offering something, you want your packages tied up in a neat little bow so that you don't obfuscate your clientele to go somewhere else. Packaging has a neat little beginning and an end. It's a 6-week course. It's a 40-day transformation. It's a 3-week to write your first book. It has parameters, and it's a target that people can see. So once you positioned yourself as the expert, then you see your packaging. Then we get to the third and final pillar that you put next to each other, your third pillar, and that is promotion. That's where you put the marketeer hat on, which is not my favorite, but deep dive into that next time I speak. So your promotion, promote. That's going to be 80% of the work. So up until now, we've planned all of this out, and now we've spent a lot of time in that promotion. On top of the 3 pillars, we're going to make a triangle. And inside the triangle, when we have this in place and our business is running well, and we have the mechanics to do that, what do you think happens when you are a success? What's the last P that we're talking about?
Piles of money.
Profit.
Yes. I like piles of money, but profit's what I was thinking. They both work, thank you. Yes, can I see your success, building to success, your buildings to success? Yay, you guys are fantastic. I'm giving an A+ to this one over here. You guys over here are really good. I mean, some of them are toppling, but they look really good. That's your 5 success tips in business. Thank you very much.